In Qualicum Beach, biologist Gareth Ashley has a very special task, keeping Canada geese out of this river estuary.
I'm doing maintenance on our goose exclosures. It's the end of the year, end of November, so this time of year we're making sure that all of our exclosures are ready for the winter season. Canada goose is like an airplane and needs a bit of a runway. So with our tight exclosures, when we break up the flight path a little bit, Canada geese aren't able to access the areas exclosed by our ecocultural fencing.
Gareth is part of a group called Guardians of our Salish Estuaries, an acronym that forms the word goose.
All right, guys, we got some posts to put down at the end here. Let's grab some alder.
It's a team made up of biologists like him, but also members of First Nations from throughout Vancouver Island. They aim to restore estuaries degraded by resident geese.
They'll eat away at the Lingby's sedge, which we always liken Lingby's sedge rhizomes to like rebars and concrete. It really holds that estuarine sediment together. So when geese come in with year-round grubbing, they haul out those sedges. A lot of these important sediments in the estuary will actually cave in off the banks, causing a lot of erosion. So then instead of nice, healthy dendritic channels within the estuary, you get widened out, very shallow channels that become very warm in the summer and have zero vegetative cover.
These estuaries are also important breeding grounds for Pacific salmon, an important and iconic species for the First Nations involved in the project.
Protecting the habitat for the salmon just means that every year we get a better chance of getting a better food fishery every year, which is just really important to us.
For some years now, in addition to using fences, the goose team have been destroying nests and sterilizing eggs by shaking them, a process called addling. It also organizes a hunt that targets resident goose populations. The meat is then offered to members of the community.
I always had a level of respect for Canadian geese whenever I would see them flying over, as they're very majestic birds. They are an amazing creature, but I do find that it's a mistake that we're trying to rectify.
It has been over 8 years since this goose restoration and control program was started, but it's a long-term project.
There is a delicate balance, and we don't know what that balance is, but we're going to do our absolute best to find the closest we can to that line. I find the best conservation is the least amount of effort. If you can put in the least amount of effort into something and see positive change, then I think you've done something pretty good.
Efforts, they say, are starting to yield results. Ben Livernoche, CBC News, Qualicum Beach.